highly varied. To ensure the structural support of the axon remains stable as it travels great distances, the axon is internally supported by a complex mesh of structural proteins called neurofilaments. Neurofilaments are very important for the transporter proteins made in the cell body that must travel to the axon terminal. Many axons are surrounded by a fatty coating called the myelin sheath. Given the lengths of axons, the myelin sheath helps to ensure the nerve impulse does not degrade or fizzle out before it reaches its destination. You may notice that the myelin sheath is not continuous, and instead there are small unmyelinated gaps between each myelin sheath. These are the nodes of neuron2. The nodes of neuron2 help to increase the speed of conduction of the nerve impulse as it travels along the axon towards the axon terminal. Myelin acts as an insulator, so the portion of the axon that is covered by myelin is not a very good conductor of the electrical impulse. So, in myelinated neurons, as the nerve impulse travels down the axon, it jumps from one unmyelinated node of neuron2 to the next unmyelinated node of neuron2. It is this jumping action which helps speed the nerve impulse down the axon no matter its length, as well as preserve the integrity of the nerve impulse as it reaches its final destination. At the end of the axon are the axon terminals, which can be considered the last structure that is traversed by the nerve impulse in the sequence of transmission. The axon terminals are the secretory region of the neuron that aids in communication with other neurons, glands, and muscle cells. Each axon terminal can be distinguished from the rest of the neuron through its enlarged club-like shape. It is here in the axon terminal that the electrical impulse is converted into a chemical signal to be sent to the next neuron. So, the basic anatomy of a neuron includes the dendrites, the cell body, the axon, which may or may not be myelinated, and ends in the axon terminal. Now that we understand the basic anatomy of a neuron, we can discuss how the basic anatomy is arranged in different types of neurons to carry out highly specialized and specific functions.